Welcome back to Horoscope TV.
Thanks for having me back.
Oh, always. If you were born under the zodiac sign of Scorpio, well, this show is made exactly for you.
It really is.
Yeah, you are going to want to get comfortable and turn the volume up for this one.
Oh, absolutely.
We are looking at the entire month of June. And I mean, let me tell you right now, June is not going to be a normal, quiet few weeks.
Not even a little bit.
Right. It is packed with extreme changes. We are talking about incredibly lucky breaks for your career, some of the most intense romance you have felt all year, and, well, a few tricky moments where you were going to need to double-check the fine print.
Yeah, that fine print is going to save your job and your money.
Exactly. So if you've been feeling stuck and waiting for a sign on how to handle the next 4 weeks, this is your map.
It really is a massive month for anyone with a Scorpio chart.
It is.
When I sit down and analyze the astrological charts for June, the amount of energy shifting around is just amazing.
It's a whole lot of stuff happening at once.
Right. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make sure you are ready.
Well, I am so glad you were here to help us make sense of it all.
Happy to be here.
Because, honestly, when I first looked at the astro data for Scorpio this June, the best way I could describe it is being on a roller coaster in the dark.
Oh, that is a great way to put it.
Right. Imagine you are strapped into one of those huge rides. You know the big drops are coming. You know the thrilling highs are just around the corner. But because the room is pitch black, you cannot see a single thing.
You're just totally blind to it.
Yeah. You just sit there with your stomach in knots waiting to be thrown around.
Which is terrifying for a Scorpio, honestly.
It is. But our goal for this conversation is to use the astrological charts to turn the lights on.
Yeah.
We're going to show you the entire track ahead. That way you know exactly when to throw your hands in the air and celebrate, and exactly when you need to grip the safety bar and hold on tight.
I think turning on the lights is the perfect way to describe what astrology actually does.
Yeah.
It does not change the track of the roller coaster, but, it gives you the vision to handle it perfectly.
Which is all we really want.
Right. And to get you ready for this ride, we need to look at your own personal energy first.
Okay, let's do it.
We cannot talk about your boss or your money or your love life until we talk about what is happening inside your own body and mind at the very beginning of the month.
That makes total sense. I mean, you cannot run a race if your engine is broken.
Exactly.
So let's start right at the beginning of the month. I am looking at the charts for June 7th.
Okay, June 7th.
Yeah. What is happening in the sky and how is it going to feel?
Well, on June 7th, the astro data shows the moon moving into the sign of Pisces.
Okay.
Now, to understand why this matters, we have to look at how these pieces work. The moon moves very fast.
Right. It's always shifting.
Yeah, it changes signs every couple of days, which is why our daily moods change so quickly.
That makes a lot of sense.
The moon rules our feelings, our habits, and the things we need to feel safe.
Mm.
And Pisces is a water sign, just like Scorpio.
So they have that in common.
Exactly. Pisces represents the deep, hidden ocean of feelings. It is the part of the sky that is highly creative, gentle, and really dreamy.
So we have the planet of feelings moving into the sign of the deep ocean.
Yes.
If I am listening to this while, drinking my morning coffee on June 7th, what is actually happening in my head?
You are going to feel a sudden wave of peace.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It is nice, but it is a very active, creative kind of peace. Your imagination is going to turn on like a bright light.
Okay, like a spark.
Right. You will feel very tuned into the hidden energies of the room. You might notice things you usually miss, like the exact mood of a coworker or just the way the light looks coming through the window.
Pay attention to the little things.
Exactly. It is the perfect day to make art, to write down your thoughts in a notebook, or to just listen to music that makes you feel something deep.
It sounds like the mental noise just stops.
Yeah.
When a fan has been running in the background of your room all day, and you do not even notice how loud it is until someone unplugs it.
Oh, that is exactly it.
And suddenly the silence is just heavy and beautiful.
Yeah.
That is what this June 7th energy sounds like to me.
That is a wonderful way to explain it. The fan gets unplugged.
I love that feeling.
And because you are a water sign, the best thing you can do to help this energy along is to physically be near water.
Just literal water.
Literal water. Your body responds to the elements. Go sit by a lake, take a very long warm bath at the end of the day, or just go for a walk near a river.
So just soak it in.
Yes, being near the physical element of water is going to recharge your mental battery perfectly. You really need this quiet time to let your mind rest.
I can definitely get behind a quiet day by the lake.
Most people can.
But here is where I get confused looking at the charts.
Okay, what do you see?
Because I see that just 2 days later, on June 9th, things completely flip upside down.
Oh, yeah, they really do. The energy changes fast.
Okay, so what happens?
On June 9th, the moon leaves Pisces and enters Aries.
And Aries is not a quiet lake at all.
No, not at all.
Aries is a fire sign. Aries is symbolized by the ram.
Right.
Head down, charging forward.
Exactly.
The charts say this brings a huge burst of physical energy to the listener.
That is exactly what happens. Aries is ruled by Mars, which is the planet of action, war, and pushing forward.
Wow.
When the moon hits Aries on June 9th, your feelings suddenly turn into pure physical drive.
So no more taking baths and writing poetry.
No, you will not want to sit still. You are going to want to move your body.
Like hitting the gym.
Yeah, it is the perfect time to start a very hard workout routine, go for a long run, or play a competitive sport. You will literally feel the need to sweat out the stress that has been trapped inside your muscles.
Okay, I have to push back on this a little bit.
Go for it.
Imagine someone is listening to this right now, trying to plan their week.
Okay.
On June 7th, you are telling them to be peaceful, to make art, to float in a warm bath. And then barely 38 hours later, on June 9th, they are supposed to want to lift heavy weights and run a race.
Yes!
That sounds like drinking a cup of sleepy tea and then chugging a giant energy drink right after.
I know.
How can a person bounce between those two extremes without feeling totally lost?
I know it sounds like a clash, like the charts are fighting each other.
It really does.
But if we analyze the human body, this timeline actually works together in perfect order.
Really?
Think about how a person holds on to stress. When you have a hard week at work, the stress does not just live in your thoughts. It actually locks into your muscles.
Oh, sure. Your shoulders get tight, your back hurts.
Exactly, your jaw clenches.
Right, the body keeps the score.
Yes, the body keeps the score, but you cannot release that physical muscle tension if your brain is still panicking.
Oh, interesting.
Your mind needs to feel safe and quiet first. So on June 7th, the moon in Pisces unplugs the fan. It calms your thoughts.
It makes you feel emotionally safe.
Yes. Once your mind is clear and rested, your physical body finally realizes, oh, we are safe now. I can finally burn off all this leftover nervous energy.
Wow.
So by June 9th, the mind is calm and the body says, okay, now it is my turn to work this stress out.
So they work together.
They do. The quiet lake day fixes the brain, so the gym day can fix the body.
Wow. That is brilliant. It is not a contradiction at all.
Not at all.
It is a sequence. You have to quiet the alarm bells in the mind for the body feels safe enough to unlock the doors and let the stress out.
You said it perfectly. It is a sequence, but, and this is a big but,
Oh.
because this shift from quiet to loud happens so fast, I have to give a warning straight from the astro data for June 9th.
Okay, listener, pay attention to this part.
Because this fiery Aries energy hits you like a lightning bolt, you might feel the urge to rush.
Just jump right in.
Right. You might get off the couch and instantly try to lift something heavy or sprint down the street without thinking.
Oh, that sounds like a pulled muscle waiting to happen.
Exactly. You must remember to warm up your muscles first. If you skip the warm-up, this sudden rush of motivation could lead to a minor injury.
That would ruin the whole week.
It would. Do not let the sudden fire make you forget the basics.
That is such a good practical tip. Stretch before you go full action hero.
Exactly.
Let the body catch up to the sudden burst of energy. So if you are listening to this, block out the 7th for your mind and the 9th for your body.
That is a great plan.
Once your own personal energy is clear and reset, you are going to be ready to deal with other people.
Yes, and you are going to be dealing with people a lot.
Let's talk about how you are going to interact with the world, specifically when it comes to love and money.
The way you connect with people is going to change dramatically right at the start of the month.
Okay.
Let's look at June 1st. Mercury moves into the sign of Cancer.
Okay, break that down for us. What is Mercury and what does Cancer do to it?
Mercury is the planet that rules how we talk, how we text, how we think, and how we share information.
Like the messenger.
Exactly, it is the messenger. And Cancer is a water sign that is all about the home, deep feelings, safety, and protecting the people you love.
Very sensitive energy.
Very sensitive.
So the planet of talking enters the sign of deep feelings.
Yes, and for you, as a Scorpio, this combination makes you crave real, meaningful conversations.
Real talk.
Exactly. Casual talks about the weather or what is happening on a reality TV show or what someone had for lunch. all of that is going to feel totally boring and actually annoying to you.
Oh, I can see that.
You are going to want to skip the small talk completely.
Honestly, skipping the small talk sounds great to me.
Right.
Small talk always feels like reading the terms and conditions on a website. You just scroll to the bottom to get to the real stuff.
That is such a good comparison.
But practically speaking, this is going to make casual dating really difficult for our single listeners.
Oh, definitely.
If you sit down on a first date and the person just wants to keep things light, how is the listener going to react?
If you are single, casual dating is totally out for early June. You simply will not have the patience for it.
Just zero patience.
Zero. You are only going to be attracted to people who show high intelligence and deep emotional range right away.
So they better come prepared.
They better. If someone tries to keep the date light and breezy and refuses to talk about anything real, you are going to lose interest immediately.
You just check out.
Completely. You are looking for a spark that reaches the bottom of the ocean, not a spark that just dances on the surface.
What if the listener is not dating? What if they have been married for 10 years?
That is a great question.
How does this deep talking energy show up in a long-term relationship?
For long-term couples, this is the time to share the hidden secrets you do not normally talk about.
Oh, wow.
Even if you have been together for years, there are always layers you have not explored. You will want to know the true, hidden desires of your partner, and you will feel a strong need to share your own.
That takes a lot of vulnerability.
It does.
Yeah.
But this is the only way you build real trust this month. It is about sitting down on the couch, turning the TV off, and saying, here is what I am really scared of right now, or here's what I really dream about for our future.
So the key to love early in the month is raw, unedited honesty.
Yes.
But what about money? Because as I look at the astro data here, there is a giant flashing red light around Juneteenth.
The red light is very real.
Okay, tell us.
On Juneteenth, the sun is going to be in a direct opposition to Lilith.
Okay, we need to unpack this carefully because this sounds intense.
It is intense.
First, what does an opposition mean in an astrological chart?
Well, imagine looking down at the solar system from above. An opposition means two objects are on exact opposite sides of the Earth.
Okay, like a straight line.
Yes. If you stand on Earth and point your left arm at the sun, your right arm would be pointing exactly at Lilith. They are staring each other down.
Oh, I see.
It creates a tug of war. They are pulling the energy in two completely different directions, which always causes stress and forces things to the breaking point.
A cosmic tug of war.
Yeah.
Got it. And what is Lilith? I know it's not an actual physical planet.
Right. Lilith is not a planet with rocks and dirt. In astrological charts, Lilith is a specific point in the moon's orbit.
Go.
It represents the shadow. It represents the hidden things, the raw things, the secrets we bury, and the power struggles we do not want to admit to. It is the untamed part of life.
And the sun?
Well, the sun is the ultimate spotlight. It shines bright light, clarity, and truth.
Okay, so they clash.
Huge clash.
Yeah.
So on June 10th, when the blinding light of the sun shines directly across the sky into the dark, hidden shadows of Lilith, things that were buried are going to be forced out into the open.
Oh, boy.
And for you, this specifically highlights hidden money problems or dirty financial secrets.
Oh, wow. So the spotlight hits the dark corner where the money has been hiding.
Yes.
Give us a real-world example of what this might look like for the listener going about their week.
Let's say you own a small business with a partner.
Okay.
Around Juneteenth, you might be looking at the bank statements and suddenly discover that your partner has been hiding where some of the cash went.
That is terrible.
They might have been skimming from the top or making bad deals without telling you.
That is a total nightmare.
Right.
What if the listener does not own a business?
In your personal life, this shadow energy often shows up as a very sketchy person coming to you with a promise to get rich fast.
Oh, I hate those.
Right. Someone might approach you and say, I have a sure thing. Just give me a chunk of your savings, let me control the investment, and I will double your money by next week.
Right. And anytime someone says, I have a sure thing, you should probably run the other way.
Exactly. It is a scam, or at the very least, a highly shaded deal where you do not have all the facts.
So what should they do?
The big takeaway from the charts here is extremely clear. You must keep your money totally separate from anyone who is acting weird, being secretive, or asking for too much control over your choices.
Just say no.
Yes. If a friend, a family member, or a business partner is pushing you to make a fast choice with your money around June 10th, you have to walk away. Keep the wallet zipped shut.
Better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
It is like being in a crowded market where someone is doing a magic trick with cups and a ball. Do not place a bet because the game is rigged.
That is exactly what it is.
Just keep walking.
Yeah.
So early June asks for total honesty in love, but complete defense with your money.
Yes.
Now let's jump forward to June 17th, because the charts here are practically jumping off the page. This looks wild.
June 17th is one of the most intense days of the entire year for you.
Okay, I am listening.
On this day, Venus is sitting exactly opposite to Pluto.
Okay, another opposition.
Right.
Another tug of war.
Yep.
Let's break the players down.
Venus is love, right?
Yes, Venus rules love, beauty, harmony, and what we value.
Okay.
But the other side of the tug of war is Pluto, and Pluto is your ruling planet.
As a Scorpio, Pluto acts as your main engine. Pluto is the planet of the underworld, deep transformation, power, and extreme intensity.
So we have the planet of sweet love pulling in a tug of war against the planet of extreme underground power.
Yes.
What happens when those two crash into each other?
It creates a massive wave of romantic energy, but it is a very heavy, overwhelming kind of romance.
Like all-consuming.
Exactly. You will feel a sudden, overpowering desire to merge your entire life with your partner. You do not just want to hold hands. You want to know their soul.
Wow.
You want to be closer than close. You want to feel like there's no space between the two of you at all.
Honestly, on the surface, that sounds really beautiful. Like something out of a classic movie where two people just become one.
It can be beautiful, but because Pluto is involved, there is a very dangerous trap hidden in this energy.
A trap.
Yes, because your desire to be close is so huge, it can instantly twist into terrible jealousy.
Oh, no.
You might start having a sudden, terrifying fear that your partner is going to leave you behind.
And fear makes people act crazy.
Exactly. And when people feel scared of being left behind, they usually try to grab control. You might try to control where your partner goes, who they talk to, or what they do, simply because you think controlling them will make you feel safe.
Okay, this brings up a massive question for me.
Okay, go ahead.
Because earlier, we just talked about the energy of June 1st.
Right, the deep talks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We said the listener's going to crave deep talks, hidden secrets, and total honesty.
Yes.
If you combine that desire for truth with this June 17th fear of being left behind, how does the listener stop themselves from becoming super nosy?
That is the big challenge.
How do they stop themselves from picking up their partner's phone to check their messages or starting a massive fight out of pure jealousy? It seems like there's a very thin line between wanting deep honesty and just being a controlling nightmare.
That thin line is the exact test you're facing on June 17th.
Oh, okay.
And the only way to pass this test without starting a giant fight that ruined your relationship is by doing the hardest thing possible. You have to show your own soft spots first.
Explain how that works.
Well, when you feel that jealousy bubbling up, your first instinct will be to attack.
Right, you want to demand answers.
Exactly. You will want to say, where were you? Who are you talking to? That is controlling. That is trying to grab the other person.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Instead, you have to look at your own charts and realize the fear is coming from inside you.
Oh, so you own it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to be brave enough to sit down and say, I am feeling really insecure today. My mind is playing tricks on me, and I am feeling afraid that I am not enough for you. I just need some extra love and reassurance right now.
Oh, that is so different. Instead of putting them on trial, you are opening the door to your own fear.
Yes.
It is like putting your weapon down on the floor to prove you come in peace.
Exactly. You have to give trust to get trust back. Total honesty about your own fears is the secret key to unlocking this transit.
That makes so much sense.
If you try to play mind games, or give them the silent treatment to test if they care, or manipulate the situation to see if they will chase you, it will completely blow up in your face.
It always does.
Especially now. The Pluto energy will turn a small mind game into a war. Lead with your own vulnerable feelings, and your partner will meet you there with love.
I think that is some of the best relationship advice I have ever heard, astrology or not.
It's hard to do, but it works.
Put the weapon down. Nobody likes playing games where they do not know the rules.
Exactly.
Okay, so mid-June is heavy.
Mhm.
We have to dodge shady money scams, and we have to manage our deepest jealousies in love. It is a lot of heavy lifting for the mind and the heart.
It really is.
Which brings us to the perfect moment for recovery. Let's look at June 24th.
After everything you just went through in the middle of the month, you desperately need a moment to pull back, breathe, and heal.
Just a total timeout.
Yes, and the universe provides exactly that. June 24th is the biggest personal turning point of a whole month.
What happens in the sky on the 24th?
The moon enters your own sign. The moon enters Scorpio.
Oh, wow.
When the feeling-centered moon comes home to your specific part of the sky, All of your natural strengths are boosted to their absolute maximum level.
What does that actually feel like for the person walking around in their daily life?
It feels like stepping into your full power. You become highly magnetic.
People are drawn to you.
Yes, people will be naturally drawn to your energy, even if you are not saying a word. But the most powerful tool you get on this day is your unmatched instinct.
Your gut feeling.
Your ability to read a room and read the people in it will be flawless. You can walk into a crowded room on June 24th and instantly know who is secretly sad, who is lying to the group, and who is truly on your side.
This is like having a superpower. You can see the invisible strings connecting everyone.
Yes. But this superpower is not just for looking at other people, it is for looking at yourself.
Oh, turning it inward.
Right. This powerful moon gives you the bravery to face your own fears. It gives you the raw strength to look at your life, identify the things or the people that are dragging you down, and just drop them.
We are talking about cutting out the bad stuff, purging.
Total purging. You might wake up on the morning of June 24th and feel an overwhelming need to change.
Just out of nowhere.
Yes. You might look in the mirror and decide to completely change how you look. You might throw half of your clothes in the donation bin, or go get a drastic haircut.
A fresh start.
Or it might be about your boundaries. You might look at your daily schedule and say, I am no longer checking my work emails after 6 o'clock. If my boss does not like it, too bad. My time is my time.
It reminds me of the feeling you get when you finally decide to clean out a really messy junk drawer in your kitchen.
Yes, perfect example.
You know, that drawer where you shove old batteries, rubber bands, menus, and broken pens? For months, you just open it, sigh, and shut it again because it is too much work.
We all have one of those.
But then one day, you just dump the whole thing out on the counter, you throw away the garbage, you organize the few things that matter, and when you slide that clean, empty drawer back in, you just feel this amazing sense of relief.
Yes.
It feels like you were doing that, but with your mind. Throwing away old fears, bad habits, and grudges you have been carrying for years.
That is a brilliant way to picture it. You are dumping out the mental junk drawer.
So satisfying.
It is. And what is fascinating about the specific chart data is that this mental cleaning is actually a form of deep physical healing.
Really?
Yes. If we analyze the health aspects of the charts for this exact day, there is a very strong link between your physical body and your ability to let go of the past.
How does that work? How does deciding to forgive someone or dropping a bad habit actually help your physical body?
Well, we talked about this a little bit with the Aries energy earlier, but it goes much deeper here. When you hold on to old anger or resentment, your body physically reacts to those thoughts. Your brain sends signals that you are under threat, so your muscles stay tight, your breathing becomes shallow, which means your brain gets less oxygen, your digestion slows down.
So it actually hurts you.
Over years, holding a grudge literally makes your body feel sick, heavy, and tired. The astro data tells us that June 24th is the window to release that physical sickness by finally releasing the emotional anger behind it.
So what are the practical action steps?
Yeah.
How does the listener actually do this on June 24th?
You have to get the feelings out of your body.
Like verbally?
Yes. Go to a therapy session and say the things you have been too scared to say. Practice deep, quiet meditation where you focus only on your breath. Or honestly, just lock the door, put on a sad movie, and have a really good, long cry.
Just let it all out.
Crying is your body's built-in natural release valve. Tears actually carry stress hormones out of your body.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Letting the sadness and anger flow out will bring you massive physical relief. You will wake up the next day feeling 10 pounds lighter, and your physical energy will come back stronger than ever.
I love that. A good cry is sometimes exactly the medicine you need to reset the system.
It really is.
Okay, so let's review where the listener is at right now.
Okay.
They rested their mind by the lake. They worked out their body at the gym. They dodged the shady money scam. They kept their jealousy in check by being vulnerable. And then they dumped out the mental junk drawer and had a great cry on June 24th.
That is quite the month already.
They are empty of the bad stuff, and they are feeling light, powerful, and clean.
Which means they now have the clear, open space required to build something huge.
Now we're talking.
You cannot build a mansion on a lot full of garbage. You have cleared the lot, now we build.
Yes. Let's talk about building the empire. We are looking at long-term love, major career moves, and building wealth.
This is the fun part.
Let's start with the love aspect first. What happens on June 25th?
On June 25th, Venus forms a very nice, supportive connection with Saturn.
Okay, what does Saturn bring to the table?
We know Venus is the planet of love and what we value. Saturn is a very different kind of planet. Saturn rules structure, rules, time, discipline, and building things brick by brick. It is the planet of foundations.
So what does that mean for relationships?
It means all that wild tug-of-war drama from the middle of the month is gone.
Oh, thank goodness.
The intense jealousy and the overwhelming passion settle down into something calm and steady. Right now, you do not want a wild romance. You want a partner who is loyal.
Someone you can count on.
Yes, you want someone responsible. You are looking strictly at the long term.
So we are trading in the fireworks for a solid brick foundation.
Exactly. Fireworks are fun, but they burn out fast and leave a mess. Bricks last forever.
I love that.
This is a wonderful time to sit down with your partner over a quiet dinner and talk about the big, serious steps.
Like what?
Talk about buying a house together. Talk about getting married. Talk about opening a joint savings account for the future. Security is the main key right now. You want a love that is safe, predictable, and incredibly strong.
And it is not just their love life that is growing strong. The listener has some amazing luck coming in their career as well.
Huge luck.
There are two big dates in the astro charts for work, June 13th and June 30th.
Yes, these are massive moments for your professional life. Let's analyze June 13th first.
Let's do it.
On this day, Venus moves into the sign of Leo. And for a Scorpio chart, Leo sits right at the very top in your career and public image sector.
Leo energy is the lion, right?
Yeah.
Very bright, proud, and loves the spotlight.
Very bright. When Venus, the planet of charm and attraction, goes into the bright spotlight of Leo, you become highly visible to the bosses and the people in charge.
Oh, so everyone is watching you.
They literally cannot help but notice you. Your natural charm is going to draw very positive attention your way. You will look good, sound good, and project confidence.
So what should the listener do with that spotlight on June 13th?
You need to step onto the stage. Present your biggest ideas in the meeting. Ask for a step up in your role or flat out ask for a promotion.
Just go for it.
Just go for it. Your bold style is going to impress the right people. But the key to making this Leo energy work is warmth.
What do you mean?
Do not be cold, strict, or demanding. Smile. Radiate friendly warmth in the office. People want to help people they like, and on June 13th, everyone is going to like you.
Smile, be confident, and pitch the big idea.
Got it.
And what about the end of the month, June 30th?
June 30th is the grand prize of the year.
Oh, wow.
The giant planet Jupiter also moves into Leo, joining that career sector at the top of your chart.
Jupiter's a big deal, right?
Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and in astrology, it is the planet of massive luck, expansion, and growth. Whatever Jupiter touches, it makes bigger. And it is going to stay in your career sector for a whole year.
Wait, a whole year of career luck, starting on June 30th.
Yes, June 30th kicks off a 12-month cycle of massive career growth.
That is huge.
We are talking about loud public praise, huge job offers coming out of nowhere, or, if you want to work for yourself, starting a highly successful business.
Anything goes.
The charts are screaming at you to dream as big as possible right now. The universe is fully supporting your highest professional goals. Do not play small.
That is incredible news. And usually where there is career success, the money follows closely behind.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's look at the Money Wins the Chart show, around June 28th.
On June 28th, Mars enters the sign of Gemini, and it makes a beautiful connection with that lucky Jupiter energy.
Okay.
Mars gives you the drive, the engine, and the motivation to take action. Gemini rules your shared money sector.
What exactly is shared money? Is that different from the money I make from my paycheck?
Yes, your personal paycheck is your own money. Shared money is money you share with another person or an institution.
Okay, like a bank.
Yes, it is bank loans, credit card debt, taxes, inheritance, or the money your spouse makes. When Mars enters this zone, you will feel highly motivated to fix your shared finances. You will want to aggressively pay off your debts or go after money that people owe you.
And because it connects with lucky Jupiter, things go well.
Very well. There is a huge wave of luck here. A big business loan or mortgage you applied for could finally get approved on this day.
That's great news.
Or if you are married, your spouse might get a huge bonus or raise at their job, which ends up elevating the lifestyle for both of you.
It sounds like taking bold, confident action with money and career is the absolute right move here. But wait, I have to stop and push back on this a little bit.
Okay, what is on your mind? Let's figure it out.
We just talked about the timeline. Earlier, we said that around June 24th, the listener is looking deeply inward.
Right.
They're cutting out bad habits. They're sitting alone. They are crying to release their old anger. They are being intensely private and quiet.
Yes, very private.
But now, just a few days later in this section, we are saying they are shining brightly in the spotlight at work, loudly asking for promotions, and aggressively demanding the money they are owed.
I see where you're going with this.
How does a person balance being so private and quiet one day with being so loud and bold at work the next? It feels like two different personalities.
It is a great question, and it is the exact reason why the order of these events is so important.
Oh, okay.
If we analyze the flow of the charts, we see that the inner healing on the 24th is actually the secret fuel that creates the outer success on the 28th and 30th.
How so?
Think about what holds people back at work. It is usually doubt. You wonder if you are good enough. You carry emotional junk that says you do not deserve the promotion.
The imposter syndrome?
Exactly. But because you just cried it out, faced your fears, and dumped the mental junk drawer on June 24th, you are completely empty of doubt. Your mind is clear. Because you trust your own instincts now, you can be incredibly gold at work. You do not have to fake your confidence. It is real, grounded confidence. The quiet, private healing is exactly what gives you the loud, public courage.
Wow. The quiet healing gives you the loud courage. You empty out the trash, which leaves room to bring in the new furniture.
Exactly.
That makes perfect sense. If you clear out the doubt, there is nothing stopping you from raising your hand in the board meeting and saying, I have the best idea, and you should listen to me.
Exactly. You step into your power completely because you are no longer fighting yourself.
Okay, but astrology always likes to keep us on our toes.
Always.
Just as everything in their career is speeding up and going wonderfully, the universe decides to throw a speed bump right at the very end of the month.
It's a classic astrological twist.
We need to talk about June 29th. You have built all this great stuff, but you must slow down to protect it.
Yes. The end of the month brings a major shift in the weather. The charts show a retrograde trap on June 29th.
I feel like everyone shudders when they hear the word retrograde.
They do.
Explain to us what is actually happening in the sky and why it messes with us.
Mercury goes retrograde on June 29th. In the sky, a retrograde is an optical illusion. It is like when you are driving fast on the highway and you pass a slower car.
Okay, I know that feeling.
For a second, the slower car looks like it is moving backward, even though you are both moving forward. From Earth, Mercury appears to start moving backward in its orbit.
But it's not actually going backward.
Right, it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
And because Mercury rules communication, travel, and technology, when it looks backward in the sky, those areas of our life start to feel backward and messy.
And for Scorpio, where's this mess happening?
This happens in your sector of beliefs, education, and long-distance travel.
So what is the practical warning here? What goes wrong?
The basic retrograde rules apply. Emails will get lost in the server. Travel plans will get canceled, delayed, or you will lose your luggage.
Sounds super frustrating.
It is. Do not plan any big, complicated trips right now. If you can wait a few weeks to buy those expensive plane tickets, wait. The system is glitchy right now.
And what about the beliefs part of that sector? How does a glitch affect beliefs?
This is a major social warning for you. Do not argue with people about politics, religion, or your deep life views around June 29th. Just avoid the debate completely.
Why? Scorpios are usually great at deep debates. They love getting to the bottom of a complex issue.
Because the communication lines are completely scrambled. During this retrograde, people will simply not understand your point of view.
They just won't get it.
They won't. You could calmly explain your thoughts with perfect logic, and the other person will hear something completely different and take it as a personal insult.
Oh, that is exhausting.
It will just frustrate you, make you angry, and waste your precious energy. Instead of trying to convince people you are right, use this time to read books, gather information, and quietly rethink your own plans.
Save your breath. Do not fight on the internet.
Exactly. Do not fight on the internet. You will not win, and you will just end up with a headache.
But the chart says there is more happening on June 29th. There is also a full moon.
Yes, a full moon in the sign of Capricorn.
Okay.
Capricorn is an earth sign, very focused on climbing the mountain, doing the hard work, and achieving goals. This full moon hits your sector of local business, daily work tasks, and contracts.
A full moon usually means things are coming to a peak or finishing up, right? So finishing a big work project sounds like a good thing.
It is a good thing. Finishing a project, closing a deal, or signing a contract is great. Pooh. U-E-T-E-T, and this is a big play, but because Mercury is going retrograde on the exact same day, you have a massive responsibility here.
What do they have to do?
You must check every single detail.
The fine print.
Yes, the fine print. You cannot just skim the document. You must read the contract 3 times. You must check the names and the attachments on the email before you hit send.
Just double and triple check everything.
Exactly. If you let the rush of the full moon make you careless during a Mercury retrograde, you will make a costly mistake. And that mistake could ruin the great reputation you just worked so hard to build with the bosses earlier in the month.
It really is like driving a beautifully tuned, incredibly fast sports car.
Great analogy.
You just bought it, you're cruising down the highway, the sun is shining, and you are feeling on top of the world. But suddenly, the paved road ends, and you hit a muddy, deeply rutted dirt road.
Yes.
You are still driving the same amazing car, but if you keep going 100 miles an hour on the mud, you are going to spin out and crash that beautiful machine.
Yeah.
You have to slow down. You have to check your map. You have to steer carefully around the potholes until you get back to the pavement.
That is the absolute perfect way to look at it. The dirt road is the retrograde. You do not have to pull over and stop living your life, but you have to drive slowly and carefully. Pay attention to the road.
And honestly, driving on a muddy road requires a lot of focus, which is stressful, which leads perfectly into the mental health check you have for the end of the month.
The astro data shows that this specific retrograde, mixed with the full moon, can cause endless mental loops.
What does that mean?
Your brain will want to go in circles, overthinking past conversations and trying to fix problems that do not even exist yet. This mental burnout can completely ruin your sleep cycle.
Oh, we need our sleep. So how do they protect their sleep? If their brain is spinning like a wheel in the mud, how do they turn it off?
You have to force the brain to unplug by removing the input.
Removing the input.
Yes. Turn off your phones an hour before bed. Do not read stressful news articles or scroll through social media when you are trying to wind down.
Just put the screens away.
Right? Get down on the floor and do some very quiet, slow stretching. Take a walk outside, but do not listen to music or a podcast while you do it. Just walk in pure silence and listen to the wind. You need to force your brain to slow down its processing speed so your physical body can actually rest.
Unplug the input. Give the brain a break.
Uh-huh.
That is fantastic advice. Okay, we have covered an incredible amount of ground.
We really have.
We have looked at the quiet energy, the money warnings, the intense love, the emotional clearing, and the massive career growth. Now, to wrap up the month's forecast, let's look at the specific details.
Okay.
We need to know who the listeners should keep close right now and who they should absolutely avoid.
Let's start with the good news. Let's look at the best match for June.
Who is it?
The absolute best person for you to be around right now, the person who will bring you peace and luck, is someone born under the sign of Pisces.
Let's analyze why Pisces is the perfect match right now. Give me the breakdown from the charts.
It connects directly back to the dates and transits we have already discussed today. On June 7th and June 8th, when the moon is in Pisces, it opens a deeply spiritual and emotional channel between the two of you.
Okay, so that early month connection.
Yes. You will find that you just understand each other without even having to speak out loud.
That's beautiful.
Then on June 17th, when you are feeling all that intense, jealous, Pluto-romantic passion we talked about, Venus and Neptune make a beautiful connection that smooths everything out. It creates a magic fairy tale romance with Pisces where you do not feel the need to control them.
Wow, a fairy tale romance that actually calms the jealousy. That is rare.
It is rare. And then on June 24th, when you are having your peak power moment and dumping out your mental junk drawer, the Sun and the North Node align to show that your bond with Pisces actually helps your soul grow. They help you heal.
Why does it work so well on a practical day-to-day level? Why do these two signs fit together like puzzle pieces this month?
Well, Pisces is a water sign, just like you. But Pisces is the gentle, flexible water, while you are the deep, powerful water.
Like a stream versus the ocean.
Exactly. Pisces is gentle enough to handle your very intense feelings without getting offended. When you get fired up or intense, Pisces does not fight back or try to match your anger. They just offer soft understanding.
That sounds incredibly calming.
It is. In return, you give Pisces strength and protection because you are very brave. You protect them from the harsh world, and they give you true love and forgiveness.
It sounds like a perfect trade. You are the shield, and they are the warm blanket.
Exactly. And here's the best part. When Mercury goes backward on June 29th, and communication with everyone else is confusing and frustrating, you and Pisces will be totally fine.
Really?
In fact, you will actually bond over happy old memories. You will look at old photos, laugh about the past, and feel totally safe. The bottom line here is you actually trust Pisces. And for a Scorpio chart, finding someone you truly trust is very, very rare.
So the advice is clear. Keep the Pisces in your life very close this month. Buy them a coffee, hold their hand, ask for their advice.
Definitely.
Okay, but on the flip side, who is the worst match? Who is going to drive the listener absolutely crazy in June?
The worst match for June, without a doubt, is Libra. If you try to mix your energy with a Libra this month, it is going to be a disaster.
A disaster. Okay, let's look at the astro data. Why is Libra such a bad mix right now?
The tension really starts peaking around June 21st when the moon hits Libra. When this happens, you will quickly realize how fake Libra's energy can seem to you.
Fake. That is a pretty strong word. Why does it feel fake?
Let me explain the mechanics of the signs. You are a water sign who wants raw, messy, deep truth. You want to dig to the bottom.
Right.
Libra is an air sign. Air signs live in the mind and the social sphere. Libra is ruled by Venus, but in a way that just wants everything to look pretty, balanced, and polite. They avoid conflict at all costs.
Oh, they just want everything to be nice.
Yeah, exactly. So on June 10th, when the sun triggers those hidden money and trust issues we talked about, Libra's natural habit of smiling and flirting with everyone in the room is going to make you crazy.
I can see that.
You need absolute loyalty, but Libra refuses to just pick one side because they want everyone to like them.
And what about that intense romantic day, June 17th?
Mm-hmm.
How does a Libra handle the Pluto energy?
It turns into a total power struggle. You will try to get deeper answers from a Libra. You will push them to share their dark secrets.
And what do?
The Libra will just smile, make a joke, and change the subject to avoid the heavy conflict. And when Mercury goes backward on June 29th, the Libra indecision becomes even worse. They will not be able to decide where to eat, what to do, or how they feel about anything.
I have to stop and ask a question here about human nature. Because generally speaking, we like polite people.
Sure.
Why is Libra's desire to just be polite, keep the peace, and make everyone happy so incredibly annoying to the listener right now? Shouldn't being polite be a good thing?
Normally, yes, being polite is nice. It makes society run smoothly. But if we analyze your specific charts for this month, your energy demands raw, unfiltered truth.
Just the hard truth.
Yes, you are looking for absolute honesty over everything else. So for you, right now, polite feels exactly like lying.
Wow.
When someone is just trying to keep the peace and smile through a problem, you immediately feel like they are hiding something dark. Libra's distant, airy, polite energy just feels empty and evasive to you, and it will make you very angry.
Okay, picture this.
Yeah.
It is like you are pouring your heart out, sharing your deepest, darkest fears while crying on the couch, and the other person just awkwardly pats your shoulder and says, "Oh, wow, that sounds hard." Anyway, crazy weather we're having today, right?
Exactly. That is exactly what talking to a Libra will feel like to you this month. You want to dive into the ocean, and they want to talk about the breeze. It will drive you absolutely crazy.
Stay away from Libra this month. Save yourself the headache. Stick with Pisces.
Good advice.
Okay, let's look at the final lucky details for the month. I have the chart data right here.
Yes, these are the little energetic tools to keep in your pocket as you move through the weeks.
The lucky color for June is maroon. A deep, rich, dark red. That feels very fitting for the intense, powerful energy we have been talking about today.
Yes, maroon carries a very grounded, powerful vibration. Wear maroon when you need a boost of confidence, especially on those big career days on the 13th and the 30th when you're asking for a promotion or stepping into the spotlight.
The best dates to mark on your calendar. The days where the energy is flowing perfectly in your favor are June 1st, June 17th, and June 24th. And your lucky numbers for the month are 8, 9, 13, 17, 24, and 29. Write those down and look out for them.
Those numbers pop up over and over again in the mathematical angles of your charts this month. Pay close attention to when they appear in your life.
Well, we have covered an incredible amount of ground today. Let's do a quick final summary of the big themes for you this month.
Let's do it.
First, early in the month, heal your mind and take that quiet time by the water so your body can release its stress. Second, stay out of petty arguments and walk away from shady money deals. Keep your wallet safe and lead with your own soft vulnerability and love.
Very important.
Third, double-check all your work emails and contracts at the end of the month when the retrograde makes the roads muddy. And finally, clear out your mental junk drawer on the 24th so you can get ready for the biggest career luck of the year, starting on June 30th.
It is a month of massive, beautiful change. You are shedding your old skin and stepping into a very powerful, very successful new chapter of your life.
It really is an inspiring forecast. Before we go, do you have a final thought for the listener to chew on? Something based on the charts that they can take with them and think about over the next few weeks?
I do. I want you to think very deeply about this. On June 24th, You're going to let go of something you have held on to for a very long time. Maybe it is an old fear. Maybe it is a bad habit that comforts you. Or maybe it is a grudge against someone who hurt you. It is going to be hard to drop it. But what if the exact thing you were forced to drop on the 24th is the only thing that has been standing in the way of your massive career and money luck on June 30th?
Oh, wow. What if the heavy bag you finally drop is the only thing that was keeping you from flying? That is a profound question to think about. Thank you so much for breaking down all these astrological charts and making the sky make total sense for us today. Your ability to analyze this and make it practical is amazing.
It was absolutely my pleasure to be here.
And thank you to you, the listener, for tuning in. Thank you for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV. We are so glad you joined us for this incredible journey through the month of June. If you loved what you heard today and want to stay ahead of the charts, please subscribe so you can get notified the exact moment the next episode is available. We have so much more to share with you as we track the stars together. Have a wonderful, powerful, and lucky month, and we will see you next time.